Ever since the official reveal at the Games Awards, Sonic Frontiers has been heavily compared to Breath of the Wild by both Sonic fans and the general public alike, including me. Oh, Breath of the Wild! After all, who could blame them? It's been 5 years since Breath of the Wild was released for the Wii U and Nintendo Switch in 2017, and the game still remains a huge cult classic. There's just so much to see and do in that game, and it remains one of my favorites even to this day. To get a Sonic themed version with the same level of quality would be a pipe dream, but it looks like it's time to wake up. Okay, I don't know where I was actually going with that analogy, so let's just skip the intro and get right into the video. T-Squad, rise up, it's your boy Temzy back here again with another video. With all these comparisons between Breath of the Wild and Sonic Frontiers, what elements can we actually expect to see borrowed between the games? Today I'm gonna share with you some ideas and theories of gameplay mechanics in Breath of the Wild that might make a return in Sonic's latest game installment. But before we jump into this madness, I'm gonna need you guys to hit that like button, comment down below and subscribe, as we're trying to hit 10k before the end of the year. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, before we start, quick shout out to my homie Sonicster. His latest video was one of the things that inspired this one, so be sure to check out that video on his channel after you finish watching mine. When the name Breath of the Wild comes to mind, I think of a vast explorative open world game with a massive amount of activities to do and puzzles to solve. Here are some gameplay ideas and mechanics from Breath of the Wild that we could see make a return in Sonic Frontiers. Number 1, the Sheikah Slate, or a device similar to it. The Sheikah Slate is one of the most single important items in Breath of the Wild. It gives Link access to all of his items, clothing, food and weapons through the inventory and allows the player to traverse the land through the use of the in-game map. I can see Sonic Frontiers having something like this, as it's a fun way of implementing the game's GUI while also feeding into the techno-fantasy themes that the game seems to portray. One way this could be pulled off is through the use of Tails' portable computer, also known as the Mouse Electric. Introduced in 2008's Sonic Unleashed, this gadget has come in handy multiple times, appearing in Colors, Generations, Lost World Forces and even Runners. In fact, in Lost World, Sonic and Amy seem to have their own copies for communication, so I wouldn't put it past Tails to make a similar device for Sonic in the latest game. I know most Sonic fans are sick of seeing this Wii U ass looking knockoff, but honestly I'm quite pleased with its existence because it feels like a Sonic thing to me. So yeah, just expect to see the Mouse Electric or at least something inspired by it to make an appearance in Frontiers. Man, shut your bitch ass up. Again, it could be used to access Sonic's inventory or, and this leads us to our next point, for fast travel on the map. Mechanic number 2, fast travel. In Breath of the Wild, fast travel or teleportation is a feature that's enabled by visiting key monuments in the game, such as towers or shrines. Whenever Link visits one of these places and inserts his Sheikah Slate on the altar inside these buildings, a new icon is unlocked on the map, and Link then gains the ability to hop back to that location in the press of a button. We can no doubt see something like this implemented in Frontiers, as it's become a staple of most open world games, if not all. The most likely implementation of that could be Chaos Control, as it's already been done in previous Sonic games such as Sonic Adventure 2, in which Sonic and Shadow both use a Chaos Emerald to warp to different locations in the cutscenes throughout the game. However, this would actually be the first time the player would get to use this power for themselves in actual gameplay. Alternatively, Tails might be able to create an add-on to the Mouse Electric that could give off the same wavelengths as a Chaos Emerald, allowing the player to teleport using the pad. You might be thinking I'm reaching here, but hear me out for just a second. Tails did also create that fake emerald which worked almost completely like a real one, so implementing something like that into his portable computer, which he made out of paper clips, should be no problem for him.
I've built a TV out of paper clips.
Yeah.
And reprogrammed a...
Okay, you get what I mean. Now, another feature in Sonic Frontiers could be customizable clothes, or in Sonic's case, footwear, because for some reason the Sega mandates dictate that it's illegal for Sonic to wear trousers.
But what the hell, boy?
Now, Sonic wearing different items is no new thing. Ever since the adventure era, items like the bounce bracelet and the light speed shoes have always existed in game, depending on what game of course, but as a required unlockable that you don't get to customize or remove after equipping them. In fact, it wasn't until Sonic Colors Ultimate that we really got customization options, and even then it was just for Sonic's shoes and gloves. Now, I predict that we're not only gonna get the customizable shoes and boost aura, but we might get special outfits for Sonic that might affect gameplay like in Breath of the Wild. The costumes could affect his speed, his power, heat resistance, stuff like that just really makes a difference in gameplay and looks good too. Now, the final thing that I think will be replicated in Sonic Frontiers is the spirit powers. In Breath of the Wild, after the events of Calamity Ganon, all of the champions are dead and their spirits inhabit the divine beasts that they used to pilot. When Link awakens, he has to defeat the divine beasts who have been possessed by Ganon and free the spirits of his friends trapped inside. Once the champion spirit has been freed, Link can then summon a sample of their power before having to wait a time limit before summoning them again. But how can that relate to Sonic? Well, for starters, each of Sonic's friends has special abilities that could be really useful in an open world setting. Again, they're not gonna just kill Sonic's friends, mandates or not, because they are part of the main cast, so they kinda need to be alive for future games, you know. But as we take a look at the trailer again, you can see a massive kaiju robot gunman thingy that's about the same size as a divine beast from Breath of the Wild. Perhaps Sonic friends could be each trapped inside one, individually powering them up. So as you fight one of these robots, each of them could have an ability that Sonic's friends could have. More on that later. We do hear a ghost girl that sounds incredibly like Amy and is confirmed through the Xbox channel. And Sonic's Japanese voice actor in a deleted tweet, I may add. And we only heard her voice whenever Sonic was near some of them robot enemies or whatnot. We also have further evidence to support this theory through an accidental conversation between the official Sega account and Twitter's biggest L taker, Fidel's Games Cage. Okay, this guy Fidel was making a joke saying Sonic ghosted Amy so much that she turned into one, you know, all these jokes, blah blah blah. And then we see a deleted tweet in reply, but we see the deleted tweet is actually a reply from Sega, the official account, saying you're not ready. And then someone calls Sega out saying, Sega, care to explain? And then they switch up, they code switch now in official business mode. Our original reply was only about what's in the trailer, not any speculation. Yeah, they got formal as hell. Bro. Yeah, so they just went from Twitter friendly mode into formal business mode, so obviously some form of NDA has been broken here, most likely by complete accident. So anyway, back to the topic. Sonic's friends could be powering those mad things, and after saving them, he might acquire one or two of their abilities. For example, Tails could give Sonic a boost like Rivali's Gale. Shadow could just spam a bunch of Chaos Spears like Urbosa's Fury. Blaze could give Sonic like a Shield of Fire or temporary pyrokinetic abilities. Silver could use his telekinesis and it could function like the Magnesis rune on the Sheikah Slate. The possibilities are literally endless. There's so many ways that Sonic friends could be utilized through summoning like this, especially if they end up not being playable when the game launches. But we do have confirmation that they will be there. I guess for now, we're gonna have to wait till they slowly release more news and actual gameplay footage before we can make an actual statement on whether this game will truly be Sonic Breath of the Wild. So what did you guys think of my ideas? Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts on which idea is your favorite and even concepts of your own if you have any. That's it for me for now, so be sure to like, comment, subscribe as we're trying to reach 10k and we're nearly there. I'll see you guys later. Temzy out. Peace.